Hi, my name is Kevin Thomas, W1DED, and this is Q5 Ham Radio. Today I'm joined by Bart SQ1K, a ham radio operator whose journey began in the 1990s with a shortwave listener license and quickly evolved into an amateur radio license. Since then, Bart has held several call signs, including SQ1GPC and SP1EK, before earning his current call, SQ1K, in 2005. He's especially passionate about DXing and contesting. Since 2014, Bart has owned an embroidery business where he creates custom, high-quality designs specifically for the ham radio community using his precision machines. And this is how I first learned of Bart, through the incredible embroidery work he's done for Q5. This episode is brought to you by DX Engineering, trusted by hams around the world for gear that performs. Whether you're chasing DX or running pileups, they've got what you need to make it count. Bart, thank you for joining me.
Hello, Kevin. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for the invitation.
So I love that we're both sporting the Bart's shop embroidery, and we'll get into that in a few minutes. But first, I'd like to understand how you get into ham radio to begin with. I think you started as a shortwave listener, but tell me that story.
Yes, I started as a shortwave listener in 1996. Before that, I deal a little bit with Citizen Band, 11 meters. And after that, I obtained a shortwave listener license. I think this was about 2 years when I was active as a shortwave listener. I joined the contest. I even have second place in Baltic contest. That was my first ever contest, and as shortwave listeners, this was a big deal for me in those moments. In 97, as I remember, I passed my first exam. It was second class license in Poland, so I can work only on VHF bands with 15 watts output power. So I need to work and learn CW. It takes me about a year to practice, and I passed another exam. And in 1998, I obtained my first class license with the call sign Sugar Papa 1 Echo Kilo. And I started to be active in the contest, and in the middle of 2000s, I changed my call sign for the shortened call Sierra Quebec 1 Kilo, which I use until today.
So I've got to take you back a bit. I've never heard of shortwave listening contesting.
So you take part in the contest as a shortwave listener, and you have to receive both sides. So you try to find the station who is making the contacts with another one, and you need to write the serial numbers, both operators. So, and if you have the both operator serial number, this listeners is scored as a shortwave listener in the contest.
In which contests would that apply to?
That was the Baltic contest. That was the small local contest with the countries around the Baltic Sea. I think the organizer was Lithuania, as I remember. It was in 1997 or 1996.
Fascinating. I love the fact that radio operators are competing at whatever they can compete at, whatever we can track. So that's really interesting. So SQ1K, you're fully licensed, and you are into regular ham radio contesting now.
Yes, I am in regular radio, also in the contesting. I have about 10 years a break in the amateur radio. It was about last 10 years. So I have on my wall the older awards from 2011, from 2012, from CQWW or CQWPX as well, IARU contest. So this was very nice and fun for me. In this year, I joined as a guest operator on Sierra November 2 Bravo, the contest station in IARU CW contest in the February. And in the week or 2 weeks ago, I was part of the team member in HQ in IARU contest, so also was a guest operator. and this was for me a very nice experience, because the first time when I joined the HQ team was in 2005, and I joined in 2005, 2006, and after the 20 years I have the possibility be again the member of the national HQ team.
So Bart, I definitely get the impression that you're a busy man. I know that you are very involved with aviation. You've got this great embroidery business, and you've just explained your ham radio hobby participation. How did you find the time to start an embroidery business with all this going on?
At the beginning, this was additional work for me, and I spent free time to try something new. You probably didn't know, but I was a person who printed the QSL cards for almost 10 years. So since 2005 to almost 2015, I was a person who printed locally in Poland the QSL cards. But I'm trying to find something special. What could I do for the radio amateurs? And one day we thought that why not embroidery? So this wasn't so easy, and we need to try. We started with the small home embroidery machines, but after 2-3 weeks of hard work with single needle and single thread machine, I told my wife, "Oh, this is not possible. We need a professional embroidery machine." So, and we started in 2014. And today, as an additional work for me, but now I can tell you that in this year I think this is the first job in this moment for me, and to be part of the business owner as an embroidery business.
So I've got to believe investing in those machines is considerable.
It's quite expensive. It's not so cheap because that's larger machines, and they are very specific. This machine needs the specific maintenance, so you need to be very precision. You need to gain a lot of knowledge, not only from how to maintain the embroidery machine, but you need also gain how to prepare correctly embroidery design, because this design vary from what kind of fabric do you use. So you need to prepare a little bit different design when you prepare it for a cap or for a sweatshirt or for the t-shirts, because every fabric is different and you need to know how to prepare it correctly.
Well, clearly you're preparing it correctly, because I as I said earlier, I'm really impressed with the quality of your work. First of all, you buy quality apparel, but then the embroidery itself is really well done. And I've been buying gear like this for various business for decades and haven't seen anything quite like yours. So I take it that you're in your shop right now, is that right?
Yes, I am in my embroidery shop. So just this, only the shop is the e-commerce shop. So I have to here and the space where I have my embroidery machine, and I'm here now. Behind my back, you can see a few of my embroidery machines.
So you have multiple machines, Bart?
Yes, multiple and single head and two head and more head machines. It is very important to have different machines for that kind of business.
So do you have employees, Bart, or is this you and your wife?
I work mostly with my wife. From time to time, help us our kids. They are the teenagers. We also cooperate with the tailors here in my cities. So when we need help with the professional sewing or the cutting something, we have the cooperators in my city.
And I know you do a lot of custom design or work that are custom for various DXpeditions, for example, but you also have designs like you're wearing right now that I could just order offline and add my call sign to. When did you start getting into that type of apparel where you've designed the piece and just adding a call sign?
We started that from the first days, so that was the point of our business, preparing for every single person's. Our business is a little bit different from the large embroidery companies who needs a lot of clothes with the same design. We prepare a lot of designs for a lot of people, and this required from us a single head machines, because in the one day, for example, we use 4 or 6 heads, and every head's made different design from different persons.
And Bart, give me a sense of your client base. Are you primarily selling in Europe? Do you sell a lot to North America? What does that look like?
I think now we are worldwide in this moment. So there is lots of people in Europe, but also lots of people from stateside, Canada. We have the customers from Australia, New Zealand. From time to time we send also to Asia. So I think I could say that we are a worldwide company in this moment.
So tell me about some of the most interesting projects you've worked on.
In this moment, the most interesting is this design of the S-meter. So we started to use it on the hoodies as a first of the part. And I could say that's probably this is our good seller, best seller in this moment. And we also convert our design for the t-shirts. And it's also a good seller as a S-meter with the personalized call sign embroidered for the ham radio operators.
And Bart, as I said earlier, it seems like you're a go-to for a lot of the big DXpeditions. How did that happen? Did you reach out to them, or did they discover you?
That was the question. The one day I received an email with the question, could I sponsor or help the expedition? And I think about it and say, why not? We could try. And so now I could tell you that we sponsor it or partly sponsor it, because not every time we are able to sponsor the full member of the expedition list. So we try to be even the partially as a sponsor, with the very competition the prices. From time to time we also help the expeditions to sell that t-shirts or sweatshirts on our shops with the expedition logo. And the part of the earrings we send to the expedition as the support. So the person who buy from our shops that kind of clothes also support in that way the expeditions. I found that this is the very good way also for as an advertising for me, because so just going for the Google and buy advertisement, it's not a good way when you are aiming for the ham radio operators. But when you try to help the expeditions, you are more known persons on the all over the world.
So I've seen some pretty cool DXpedition logos over the past years. What's your favorite?
Oh, my favorite, I think it's we prepared in this year the 3 Yankee 0 kilo Bovet 2026 the expedition, and it required a lot of works from us to prepare the correct design. And because this is a logo which is connected with the part of the photo of the picture of the sea, and the tones of the deep sea and black navies, blue, dark blue colors required a lot of design and pre-embroidery from us, and check how it looks for the real. So I think that this is in these days, in this year, I could say in this year is the best logo which we made also.
So clearly you have some design background yourself, or you've self-taught.
And we made the design by myself. I am able to prepare design. My wife is also skilled. She is a person who is skilled as a designer of the embroidery design. So it always takes a while to prepare correct design, because even as the work on the computer takes us the few hours to correctly prepare, because you need to overdraw that logo with the stitches, so you see the stitches on the computer monitor, and then you need to upload it to the machines and set correctly the color of the threads, and start the machines and check how it really and truly looks like, to be proof how it will be looks as the final product for us.
And I guess the big announcement, Bart, is that you and I have come to an agreement where you will offer Q5 merchandise to a lot of our listeners that have been asking for it.
Yes, we will prepare a special panel of our shops with the Q5 merchandise, and it should be ready to start in the next month, I think. And you probably can find there the t-shirts, polos, sweatshirts, hoodies, and caps. Most of clothes and merchandise what we can offer in our shops that will be also prepared with the Q5 logos, and of course with personalized call sign and name of the operator who will order that merchandise.
Well, I really appreciate that, and I think my followers are going to also appreciate it. I get a lot of emails asking for shirts and hats, and obviously I'm limited on what I can do myself, but I really appreciate the partnership with you. Bart, what's the best way for people to find out more about you?
The best way to find word about me is, I think, the first way is the qrz.com, where you can put the call sign, so there is a bit information about me. But I think you can just put in the web browser my call sign, and there will be also the link for my shops, for my web page and fan page on the Facebook. And I think we do not use the personalized website in this moment, because I think that nowadays using the fan page is the most effective and easier to contact with clients via the internet in this moment.
Well, I'll include the URL on the final video so people can check out your Etsy page. But I recommend to anybody, please go to Bart's page, SQ1K, check out his product offering. Look for the Q5 gear. Like Bart said, it's probably going to be 3 to 4 weeks from now, but it will be available, and I'm really excited about this partnership. Bart, thank you for taking your time today to have this conversation.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Thank you very much for all. And so see you in the contest, and see you in my shop.
My name is Kevin Thomas, W1DED, and this is Q5 Ham Radio. I've been talking to Bart SQ1K. Please check out his website, buy some Q5 gear.